Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Here we are continuing with the unit 3 part. So today we will see the polarization density, and that after we will see electric susceptibility and electric displacement vector. Now let us begin with our topic polarization density. The induced dipole moment developed per unit volume in a dielectric slab on placing it inside the electric field is called the polarization density, and this is denoted as P. Okay, this is simply this type of P. Now the induced dipole moment P, so this is your P vector, that will be equal to this induced dipole moment P. We can write P equal to alpha epsilon naught into E naught. Since from the previous lecture we have already discussed that if there are two parallel plate charged capacitor and a dielectric slab is introduced in between these two charged capacitor, then for the first of all, for this parallel plate charged capacitor, the electric field, that is your E naught, this is the net electric field, this is the applied electric field, and if you will introduce a dielectric slab in between these two parallel plate capacitor, charged capacitor, then there will be an induced dipole moment, or we can say that there will be some induced surface charge density developed. Hence there will be net induced electric field, that is EP, will develop. So this induced dipole moment developed per unit volume in this dielectric slab on placing it inside any dielectric field, inside this electric field, the induced dipole moment developed per unit volume in a dielectric slab, if we will place this inside the electric field, then that is called the polarization density P. So here the induced dipole moment P will be equal to alpha epsilon naught E naught, where this alpha equal to proportionality constant, this alpha equal to the proportionality constant, and it is also called the atomic or molecular polarizability, and the dimension of alpha is volume, or this is simply meter cube, and epsilon naught is the absolute permittivity of the free space, and its value this is 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 coulomb square Newton inverse per meter square, and its dimensional formula is m minus 1 l minus 3 t4 a power 2. Okay, so if n equal to this capital N is the number of atoms per unit volume, then the polarization density can be represented as P, that is this polarization density P vector, that is equal to n into alpha epsilon naught into E naught. If the dielectric slab has length L and area A, then the volume will be equal to A into L, and if sigma P is the induced charge density, that is sigma P is the induced charge density. This induced charge density means the induced charge per unit area. Induced charge per unit area. Okay. Then we can write the dipole moment of the slab. Then dipole moment, that is the dipole moment of the slab, that will be equal to sigma P into A into L. Now we can write the polarization density, it can be written as the polarization density, that is P. This P is for the polarization density and small p for the dipole moment. Okay, for induced dipole moment we are writing like this. Okay, for the polarization density we will write this P, that is equal to sigma P into AL, or sigma PA into L divided by AL, that is the induced dipole moment developed for unit volume. So unit volume is, this is your volume is AL, so per unit volume I will divide this Al. So this Al get cancelled. So this will be finally sigma p. This is the polarization density. So what we calculate is that this polarization density P, this is equal to sigma P. Okay. That is the induced surface charge density. Induced surface charge density means your sigma P. Induced surface charge density is equal to, or we can write density is equal in magnitude. It is equal in magnitude to the polarization density. Polarization density, that is P. Polarization density, that is P. Okay. Now also we can write the net electric field. We can write the net electric field that is E. Net electric field E, that is E vector, in the dielectric slab. We can write for the net electric field in the dielectric slab, E will be equal to E naught minus EP. Okay, E naught is the applied electric field and EP is the polarization electric field or the induced electric field. So here in place of E naught I am writing the magnitude, that is E naught, minus this EP is nothing but sigma P divided by epsilon naught, because you know for the surface the electric field will be equal to sigma P divided by epsilon naught, and also you know this P equal to sigma P, that is the polarization density equal to sigma P. So in this place if I will substitute the value sigma P in this part, if I will substitute sigma P to be the polarization density P, then this will be P divided by epsilon naught. Okay. So here the net electric field E will be equal to E naught minus P divided by epsilon naught. Okay. This is the P vector. Now we will discuss on electric susceptibility. The polarization density that is capital P, this is the P vector. The polarization density P of a dielectric slab is directly proportional to the reduced or net value of the electric field. So we can write this polarization density P will be equal to, that is P, polarization density P, that will be equal to susceptibility chi into epsilon into E vector. Since here this polarization density P is directly proportional to, if I will write it here, since this polarization density P, it is directly proportional to the reduced net electric field, that is E. So we can write this P will be equal to susceptibility chi into epsilon into E, where this chi equal to the constant of proportionality, or the proportionality constant, I can say proportionality constant, that is also known as the electric susceptibility. That is, it is also known as, this chi is also known as the electric susceptibility of the material, or the electric susceptibility of the dielectric. We can say here this is the electric susceptibility of the dielectric. And also you should remember that it is a dimensionless constant. It is a dimensionless constant. It means that it has no dimension. It is a dimensionless constant. Okay. And also this epsilon is nothing but the this epsilon is nothing but the absolute permittivity of the medium. Permittivity of the medium. Okay. So now we can write the net electric field. Again I will write the net electric field will be equal to the net electric field E will be equal to E naught minus EP. Okay. Now also we can write this will be equal to E naught minus, in place of EP I can put this is your polarization density divided by epsilon, because you know this EP is your sigma P by epsilon, or in place of sigma P if I will substitute this polarization P, since P equal to sigma P, so this will be E naught minus P by epsilon. So E equal to, we get E naught minus P, that is the polarization density, divided by epsilon. And also we can write this is equal to E naught minus, in place of P if I will substitute this chi epsilon into the electric field E, then divided by epsilon, because you know the polarization density is directly proportional to the electric field. So in place of P I can write chi epsilon E divided by epsilon. Now cancelling this epsilon, we will get this is equal to E naught minus chi into E. Now if I will take E naught here, so this E naught will be equal to this E is taken common, this will be whole into 1 plus chi. Or again we can write this implies E naught divided by E, that is E vector, that is equal to 1 plus chi. Again this E naught by E is nothing but your dielectric constant. Also we can write this is equal to K, that implies the dielectric constant, this is your constant, K will be equal to 1 plus chi. Okay. K equal to 1 plus chi. This is the relation between the dielectric constant and the susceptibility, that is K will be equal to 1 plus chi. Okay. Now we will see the electric displacement vector. Now let us start the electric displacement vector. We know the net electric field E vector equal to E naught, that is the field applied, minus EP, that is the induced electric field. Okay. Now also we can write this E naught equal to sigma divided by epsilon naught. Okay. This sigma is nothing but the surface charge density on the parallel plate capacitor, minus this EP is the induced surface charge density, that is sigma P divided by epsilon naught we can write. Now taking 1 by epsilon naught common, we can write this will be equal to sigma minus sigma P divided by epsilon naught. I can write also like this. And that is equal to sigma minus, in place of sigma P I can write this will be polarization density P dot n cap. Okay. Divided by this n cap is the unit vector, divided by epsilon naught we can write, divided by epsilon naught. And again you can see here, if I multiply this epsilon naught with this E, because you know E equal to this net electric field equal to sigma minus P dot n cap divided by epsilon naught, or we can write this epsilon naught into E, that will be equal to sigma minus this polarization density P dot n cap. And again we can write this sigma will be equal to epsilon naught into E plus P vector, or this is whole into dot n cap we can write. Okay. Again this epsilon naught E plus P, it can also be written as equal to D vector dot n cap. This is your D vector dot n cap, or simply the relation is sigma will be equal to D vector dot n cap, where this D equal to the electric displacement vector, and its value is epsilon naught E plus your P, that is the polarization density. So here I will write this D vector, where D vector that is equal to epsilon naught E vector plus the polarization density P vector, and that is called as this D equal to, this is the electric displacement vector. Electric displacement vector. Okay. So in this class we have studied the polarization density, and that after, so here is the relation, that is E equal to E naught minus P by epsilon naught, and also the electric susceptibility K equal to 1 plus chi. Chi is the electric susceptibility, and lastly the electric displacement vector, that is D equal to epsilon naught E plus P. Okay. So this is all for today. Thank you all.